The time for talking of waifus will begin. Go on, Joe. I know you want to defend the 6,000-year-old loli. Go ahead.
Which one are we talking about?
The vampire thing that you really like to defend.
The vampire. Like, I know two of the vampire lolly things that, to be honest, I really don't care about.
You're so adamant earlier, though.
I mean, there is one that I am adamant because I did not see the original series. I only saw the one that she appears as an adult. So I become more adamant about that.
I mean, yeah, as an adult, that's fine, but you were going, no, she's 6,000 years old. And I'm like, Joe, are you fucking for real?
Oh, I remember now. That's the one from the other series. That's one from Monogatari.
Yeah, because I was talking to you about that, and like people try to justify it by saying they're 6,000 years old, and then you went, yeah, but she is. I'm like, no, Joe, no.
No, I agree that they shouldn't do it, but she is like 400 years old or something like that.
Oh, god damn it. But yeah, we were trying to find some demon waifus because we blanked on them earlier, and we just got to the what was her name? Doku something?
Dokuro-chan.
Yeah.
Or something it was said.
And I guess the really interesting thing of that is, you know, we were talking because you had that shot. I'm like, her breasts weren't that big in the anime, and I pulled up a bunch of shots where it was just normal. And then I was like, oh, but I guess that the animators just randomly changed them to go from comedy to fan service. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's old anime in a nutshell.
Yeah. Greetings, little one. Please don't mind me. It is just I. Good old Beelzebub. Good old Beelzebub.
Oh, Beelzebub is a great anime.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the thing with the little thing, the little dude.
Yeah, the little kid.
Yeah, you want to go off on that just because there's a Beelzebub there?
I mean, yeah, they're demons, so I guess it works.
You woke up one day with a dream harem full of demon girls. It was, however, not an easy dream to achieve. It could cost you your life. When demon girls are involved, no price is high enough, you said as you ventured down to hell. This is a real man, Joe!
Which one is this?
This is the main character of this game.
Oh, I see.
I see. I fucked up. I've only seen the ad. This game is by Van Ripper, by the way, so that's why I got it.
But share it here on Discord so I can also see. I'm on my phone.
Alright. Let's see how my computer handles streaming two things.
Dun, it explodes. Maybe if you had two monitors, it would help.
No.
I know, but my point is, why haven't you set up the second one?
Discord goes, video driver very bad. Error equals likely yes.
Okay, then don't do it.
No, it's fine. I'm just more worried about the fact that I'm about to
explode.
Oh, I suck at puzzles. This is a baby level 1 puzzle. What's wrong with me? Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think it's exact moves.
It's great, because I can hear the sound, but I can't actually see what's happening.
Pendemonica, the tire demon. Hell's customer service. How may I serve you? Figure something out at my place. Maybe I can serve you instead. Go on, Joe. You're the master pickup artist. Pick one.
I'm sorry, but I literally cannot see what's happening. I'm sorry.
Is this because you're trying to accept a stream from your phone, perhaps?
I mean, yes, but the problem is right now I don't have the computer. I told you this before we started.
No, I know. Don't worry.
Let me.
You're here to talk about waifus.
I guess.
What? If you pick the wrong dialogue with the waifu, she kills you.
Oh great! No, that's normal actually.
So yeah, tell you what, Joe. The Doku-chan thing, real relevant topic.
I mean, yeah, I was about to start talking about the other anime that is just a newer version of that kind. That's basically the macabre kind of anime, comedy macabre, which is the Azazel. Have you never seen it? The one where the guy summons demons, but they're so weak on Earth that their powers are the power of Beelzebub in our world is literally he can get the ability to give people the shits. That's about it. It's super weird.
Yeah, I would say.
Like, cause all of the demons literally have powers that are so minor, but they're complete assholes because they're demons.
It's got me thinking about that that anime where everyone has really cool powers, but then the main character's power is just to make everyone else stronger.
Oh, which one was that?
That's a good question.
I actually don't know if I know of this one.
Oh, that's not the path.
Do you remember more details, or is that it?
Let's see. Well, I mean, it was one of those weird harem animes where like everyone was like a girl except for the main character.
I think I know which it is now, and I remember I stopped specifically because it wasn't any good.
Most things aren't.
Fair, but there are some that are like trash, but the story is it can somehow like make you listen to the end.
Oh, what the hell am I
But
doing?
then there was that series that you're talking about, which it was literally Eros something. Like Eros from Erotic. It was super dumb.
I mean, also granted, there's probably a ton of other animes that follow the same formula.
Oh, yes, and they are also super dumb.
Damn it. My puzzle solving skills.
To be fair, while you are playing that game, I really just want to talk about the weird macabre anime that exists instead of waifu.
Go on, man.
No, that's why I've been talking about Azazel. Like, do you remember that GIF that's about the fat guy that throws himself out of a window and starts flying?
Yeah.
That's from that show.
I thought that was from Beelzebub.
No. Beelzebub is about the guy. It's about a delinquent that finds an old man going down the river, so he decides to split that man in half and take a baby from him. Now, for explanation, the other guy is a portal demon. He actually just unfolds and lets the baby go to him. But that's how some of the synopses go for the show, and why people have big problems when they see that he's not actually killing the man.
I mean, it sounds really silly, but that is just anime in it.
Yeah, I think Beelzebub is a pretty cool show. Basically, the story is about this delinquent that goes to a school full of delinquents with a baby that finds, like, while he is still a baby, he finds like macabre looking things and fights entertaining because he's a demon.
And he's fighting other demons, though, right?
At the start, no. At the start, they're just fighting like people.
He's just beating up
But
people.
at the start, I mean delinquents. Like, they're at the start they're fighting delinquents that but basically their school is like there are two twins that one of them drives a motorcycle and the other one just has a chainsaw that it takes to school. So you're seeing the level of the thing. Like one of them is one of the richest people in Japan. I think you'd like it, David. Even if not the anime, maybe the manga that's actually finished. But yeah, Azazel is the one where basically the guy has a detective agency, and he basically just summons demons to do minor tasks.
I kind of vaguely recall that one now.
Yeah, he's like a PI with an assistant. And basically the assistant gets into shenanigans because she's not used to dealing with the demons. I remember like the first scene is literally the guy summons Azazel, and Azazel appears while he's having while in middle intercourse with his girlfriend, and the literal sacrifice he's giving him is pig dick. It's truly awful.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think you sold me on not watching this anime.
It's still funny.
Yeah.
Like the most of the show is just it's the same kind of funny that Dokuro-chan was. It's graphic, it's crude, it's rude. Oh well, it's a good time if you
What's this?
really don't pay that much attention and just go with it.
Damn it, I was taking a guess. Alright, at least we figured that out. Damn it. Got to. So is that all you wanted to say about that anime there, Joe?
Oh yeah, I think it's decent. It's not something I would recommend to anyone starting watching anime, but if you're already sinking in the hole, you might as well dive. Anything to add to that?
I mean, it doesn't sound like my cup of tea for an anime, you know what I mean?
Depends. Did you like the Kuro-chan?
I do, but the way you describe it sounds so bad.
This is the thing, David. The thing gets better. This is literally the first scene. I invite you to watch like the first 2 episodes. And then take conclusions out of it. But I invite you to watch the first 2 episodes. It's just crude humor, really.
Well, there's an angel down there. That's interesting.
And you being a crude person, I think you'll feel right at home.
Damn it. Damn it. Let me pull up our Discord chat because we were talking about a bunch of waifu things earlier and I can't remember them. We were mostly just talking about how... is Dokuro-chan a yandere? This is one of those things. Yeah, or because she keeps bringing him back to life, you know?
That's actually a thing. Like, if yanderes can do that, they will. So, yeah, she is. But in the sense that she's different, David. She is both a yandere and a tsundere. Because you know when the tsunderes literally just push the main character because they're being shy. She just does it with a metal bat.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because the problem with Yandere and why basically the main characters become so paranoid is that they're possessive. She really at the start doesn't want anything to do with him that much. Weird. It's a she's in between those two, I think.
Oh wait, I don't think he. I'm just trying to remember back to it now. Surely there's a more relevant waifu to be shit talking though.
I mean, they're probably more relevant. Like, she's more of a meme waifu you were talking about.
The meme waifu, is that what I heard?
Yeah, meme waifu, because it's not really like that that she's a waifu, because the whole series just really makes you want to stay away from her. Like a good safe distance from that bat, you know?
Yeah.
Still remember it that I had when I was younger.
No.
What? What's happening?
I guessed wrong and I lost the demon harem.
God damn it, David. Shouldn't have done that. Can't wait to see this VOD so I can actually see what you're playing. And then I just go to you and I'm like, oh David, that was a shit game.
I mean, as far as I know, like 2 people made it, and it's all drawn by 1 guy, so fair enough on him, you know?
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, they can do more than I can, like, for sure.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to think, like, there's a billion harem animes I've seen. I don't know why I'm not thinking. What was the one where the one girl was, like, the childhood friend? And then, like, he picks another girl, and then suddenly the childhood friend goes full murder yandere mode. And it was, like, out of left field.
Oh! We talk about this anime annually, actually.
Annually?
That's Shuffle. Yeah, that's Shuffle.
Man.
Because, for, like, I remember, like, I will never forget this anime, David, and the name, because I still cannot discern why in this completely rom-com slice of life anime she goes like that character goes berserk, the childhood friend, and then 2 of the characters are literally one from the demon clan and one is from the god clan, and I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, there were like other races, but like it was never really explained, but then they got magic.
Yeah, but like the magic was never very overt and they didn't do much. It was like the weirdest thing. But I still remember Shuffle as a weird series that had these characters like the goddess and the devil, David. Didn't even get the guy. It was just another normal girl that appeared as like a friend to him. And I'm still like, then what's the point, really? The story didn't focus on the other 2. They made when they remade the series, they made a slight focus on another character. It was truly all over the place. Like, I don't remember much of it, but it's ingrained in my head that gods and demons coexist with humans there. It's stupid. Oh, also, I have actually been dreading rewatching an anime because of nostalgia.
Which anime, man? What could you be dreading for nostalgia?
No, it's because the thing is I don't want to watch again because I think if I watch it again, I will think it's not as good as I thought it was. It's called Guilty Crown. Like, I vaguely remember the plot. I remember the art, and when I was when I was like 13, I really liked watching it.
Damn it. That was a guess.
But I
Guilty
hated the end.
Guilty
So I
Crown.
watched it. Yeah, so I watched it once. Since we're in this point, this is one of my quote-unquote waifus, like one of the first ones.
I'm googling Guilty Crown and I'm getting a ton of Darling in the Franxx for it.
Let me.
I guess the main heroine seems similar, or they're made by the same people. I don't know. But go on. I was trying to figure out what the hell you were talking about, and I'll forever wonder.
Oh, I put Guilty Crown. It just gives me Guilty Crown.
Hmm.
Okay, let me send you to Discord. There you go. It's that.
If anything. I mean, does what you sent me? That doesn't really help me, Joe. But go on with what you're saying.
Oh, basically the series, the series in the anyone that doesn't want any kind of spoilers, leave. Anyone that doesn't care, stay. The series divides in basically two parts. This is an overly militarized world, and that guy there, the main character, has a special power that he can basically transform people's souls into material objects. And basically they become exaggerated versions of material objects. For example, one of the characters, his soul becomes scissors that can cut anything. Like stuff like that. And basically he uses that to fight with the resistance against the military. It's a weird, like, half mecha, like with him the only one having the superpowers. It's strange. Like it's a power that only appears on some people for some reason. Like, I haven't watched it in 6 years. And then the second half is mostly like he loses most of the people that were fighting with him, and he now has to be responsible, blah blah blah, brooding anime shit. It's hard to describe it because I haven't watched it in so long. I remember liking the visuals for the time. I remember liking the action and liking some of the characters. But I also remember hating the ending. That's why I've never seen it again. Also, if I remember correctly, the main heroine in this, David,
Yeah.
it's like like, I don't remember what exactly is, if she's special or her soul was specifically altered to be this. But her soul is a sword for some reason. Like, I know that they explain in the anime why she has a sword for a soul. It's weird as shit, really. But yeah, I like this series. I don't think it's perfect, but I liked it. It has some neat concepts. Basically, David, what this guy does, you know, in the hero system,
Yeah.
this guy basically gives people the living weapon
Oh,
super feed.
yeah, that seems like it could be a fun trade if people were down for trying to not. Like, the thing is, I can see people wouldn't want to be affected by that because, you know, even in your own
No,
party, they would just go, no.
no, yeah. The reason it worked on this is because the other people were just people. Like they didn't have any special powers.
God, imagine the
Basically,
hero
just
system, you make someone into a gun and then you have to use, like, random civilians to turn them into bullets.
oh, that might be. Oh, David, don't even talk about that. That
No?
might be a. That might just spawn a weird build where you get equipment points for how many people you kill.
Doesn't
That
seem like
actually
that
might
weird
be
of
a
a
good
build.
villain feat. Yeah, that might be a good villain feat actually.
What am I doing?
No, but yeah, basically his power was to extract aspects of someone's soul and making it into a tool. For example, I remember this. There's a character that's paraplegic, David.
Yeah?
The the thing he gets from her is like a jetpack, a rocket booster thingy.
Okay.
It's basically that. It's like showing their innermost desires and stuff like that, in the shape of tools. And by me saying jetpack as a tool, you can see what they define as tools.
I mean, jetpack is technically a tool if we're being, like, really generous about it. You know, like...
I mean,
well,
that's what I meant.
Well, I mean, like, well, it's technically, like, complicated machinery. Like, if, like, a weapon is a tool in the right hands, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But that's basic. That's basically. Basically, this my feelings against this series, David, are very much the same feelings I have about Code Geass. You've watched that one at least, right?
Yeah. Is that the one with Lelouch?
Yeah, Lush. It's like I think it's good, and the main characters can be interesting,
Yeah,
but the moodiness at the end really hacks up the experience for me. It's basically so much potential, but the main character, like the brooding, like in the middle of the series, just really ruins a lot.
Well, I haven't actually seen it, but, you know, I've osmosis it.
I feel like you're not doing this part, like, David, like this part of the Twitch. We're not bouncing off each other because, like, you want to talk about things, but you also haven't seen them.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's the thing is, like, I know Code Geass. I've osmosis enough about it, and I've seen the important part of Code Geass, the abridged series, and no, I
That's
mean,
only correct for Dragon Ball.
what we got here?
No, but yeah, Code Geass, for me, it's still a good series. It has its problems, of course, but what the fuck doesn't?
Ow.
Then how about you present an anime?
I'm getting fucked up by some. This is no longer a puzzle game.
Oh no, it genre shifted.
Yeah, it's an action platformer. Oh fuck, I don't know how to dodge those. Ow, I suck. What? Let's see. Am I supposed to do something to these? Oh, okay. See, an anime I've seen. Well, like I said, I've been blanking on them, man. Because
Okay.
I mean, I've watched a lot. Give me a second. I've seen anime, but I'm just blanking on the fucking hundreds of anime I've seen. I'm going like, I really got to start watching Overlord season 2 sometime. You know?
Wait, you haven't seen season 2?
Stop making fun of me for not being a huge giant weeb.
The problem, David, I get these because we've talked about season 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, I read part of the light novel, man.
Yeah, I know. In that sense, you're ahead of me.
And then there's like Osmosis. Well, Shield Hero. That's a harem anime, unfortunately.
That's like, until now, how it is in the anime and the manga, it's a better harem anime.
It's a better harem anime. No, it's not. That's just the buying and selling of furries. The anime.
No, the thing is he hasn't done anything yet, so it's still okay. That's why I put the commas. I mean, but yeah. Shield Hero is a fun story. Made it in a subversive way. Not early enough that it was the first and it was just being edgy for being edgy.
Oh, I mean, no. The whole, like, rape accusation actually has premise in the story. I mean, I think the whole fucking thing about Goblin Slayer, it's not trying to be edgy necessarily either. It's just trying to say, this is what these things do. That's why you have to fucking hate them, because eventually someone would go, wow, this is really fucked up, an anime about a giant swole dude with a bunch of people and all this stuff, fucking up little harmless things, and it's supposed to go, no, from the first chapter you know they're not harmless, because you know if they get the chance they will do awful, awful things.
Yeah, my point is that some were rushed to that to make fun of Isekai and didn't work because Konosuba was the only one that truly landed. But then the subversion of the genre stopped being comedy and tried more of the dramatic inverse.
We're still talking about Shield Hero here?
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever... Oops. I don't think it was ever really a comedy, though, man. It was more of a...
Not... Okay, wait. I said that a lot of, like, manga and anime at the time that Shield Hero was released...
Oh, okay, I missed that first part. I thought you were going... It was trying to be funny, but then it fucked up.
No, it's basically that many... Like, Konosuba was the only, like, one making fun of isekais that really landed. And the rest that tried to make fun of isekais really didn't do much. So when Shield Hero arrived, it was a breath of fresh air to isekai, at least in anime.
I mean, okay, yeah, Konosuba, but that's not really a harem anime.
Oh, no. I'm not just talking about harem anime, no, I was
talking about
isekai.
We're talking about good anime, don't you understand?
Yeah, I for one don't like Konosuba, but that's because I just don't jive with it for some reason.
I don't jive with it. It's actually really good to me.
No, this is the thing, I fully understand. And I see why it can be good for other people. And, like, I have seen it, and, like, I have enjoyed it, but the more I think about it, the less I like it.
I mean, you can't... I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I can't fault you for not liking something, but it's, I don't know, it's actually pretty decent for what it is, like, it just makes fun. There's gotta be a fucking other, like, I'm trying to remember Anime Joe, and it's not good, because I'm delving into, like, let's talk about Tenchi Muyo, the first fucking harem anime, like, no, it's not.
Okay, I'll say this, I do know a lot, but I won't incriminate myself on Twitch because of this. Uh, no, it's just I still have memories of me as a 15-year-old watching anime, David. And as you know, the tastes of 15-year-olds are not the best. You
I
still
mean,
there?
yeah, no, I'm just contemplating on things about, like... the second we're gonna talk about this, Joe, it just... Let's talk about the ultimate waifu, then. The one anime I can't forget, Joe. Joseph
Joseph
Joestar. Alright.
Joestar?
Yes.
There it is.
Alright. God damn it. I've seen so many animes.
Okay, Jojo Part 4 then. No, just kidding. That's for another
Yeah,
stream.
that's for, I'm like 250 keys away from talking about that, Joe.
Oh, okay, got it. But this is the thing. There are a lot of harem anime that have a decent story, but it gets buried in so much fan service that they can't actually finish the story in the season before being cancelled.
Oh.
That's what actually hurts.
I don't know, I'm not, there was an anime, oh, fuck.
Like, for example, David,
I
this
just touch
is
those, I
the
die? Oh, interesting.
this is one that I'll tell you, and I saw it all. It is super pervy. It's called I School DxD.
Okay, yeah, I saw like 4 episodes, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done with this.
Yeah, like it's super pervy, but under everything, there's an actual story. There's an actual story. It's just not good. It's just not good because they don't give time for the story, just fan service.
Is the manga like that too, though? Not that I've never seen it, so I'm asking you.
No, the thing is, the manga just didn't get. It's the light novel is the one that's finished. Like, cause the politics of the demons and their existing all of mythology.
I can't
Like,
imagine. The manga would be like, yeah, the light novel would go, and then her boobs jiggled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. That's the things I'm avoiding, and I truly like the first 2 seasons. It was still like one got out when I was 15 and the other was 16. The last one got out when I was 17, and that one I was actually watching through the story and jumping most of the parts.
Damn it.
Because it's so, like, it has parts of it that are so stupid, but there are some parts that are actually story. And, like, how they treat the Excalibur is also pretty fun.
I don't know. I'm trying to think back to like the little bit I've seen of DxD, and it's just
No,
not.
the start. No, because the start doesn't have any.
Yeah, I guess.
Like,
I remember there was
I
that one character everyone thought was gonna be like useless, but then he knew how to use guns or something. But that's about it.
I don't even know who that is.
Because I can only assume that story went nowhere, huh? Damn
I mean,
it,
I
Jesus
think that was
Christ. Van Ripper,
I
calm
think
down. Why'd you make this game?
I think you're talking about the bad guy that died in like season 2.
Bad guy?
No, but mostly my thing is like I like the premises that they fought in teams with the like chess thing, the chess pieces. That part was kind of interesting to me. I like the power system, but after that, everything went to shit. Like, it's just some interesting aspects that could be more interesting if developed, and fan service. The rest of the show, that's it. But well, that's a lot of these harem animes.
Yeah. I'm
It's like
fucking shocked at how complicated he's made this. Ah! Alright, keep going. I fucked up.
See, okay.
Alright, so... Oh My Goddess is a fucking good anime that's technically... I don't know. Would you classify it as a harem? It's actually... Damn it. I mean, technically, he gets the girl in the first shot, you know? Fuck me, man. This sucks.
I mean, technically, yeah.
God damn it. I mean, I'm trying to remember what they went through. You know what I mean? Like, he technically...
Yeah?
I mean, I remember at some point, like, didn't, like, the god... That might be the manga only. But I remember, like, the Council of Gods were like, no, we can't have a human dating this angel. Like, I kind of just remember the ending more now, where it's just, yes, Belldandy married him, you know? And it just ends with that.
Huh. To be honest, I only saw the first season. Because I think, like, when I started seeing that anime was when I was getting sick of, like, slice of life things. And at the time, that was what it is. Like, the first season at the middle of slice of life.
Go on.
Don't die, dude. No, it's just that. It's just I never finished it because there's no interest.
Damn it. These things are so good at, like, crosshairing you where you can't escape. So, good job on whoever programmed that to make this unbearable. Oh, Jesus! Damn it, I was so close to doing that perfectly.
Not even Jesus can save you now.
Yeah, that's right, this is hell. There's gotta be demon waifus, I just can't remember. Oh, okay, this fucking is awful now.
I mean, all of us go with the XD, I guess.
Okay, no, I'm gonna keep dying. Let me.
I'm literally on the page. I'm literally on a page, David. Oh.
Okay.
I remember
Castlevania.
now.
Okay, go on. What were you gonna say?
I remember now. The predecessor to Konosuba. Did you ever see the weird ass anime that was I Am a Zombie?
Okay, just kill me now.
It's basically this guy. This guy dies and is resurrected by a god of death, quote unquote.
Okay.
It's basically a girl with silver hair and like with parts of armor in her clothes, and she just stays at her house doing nothing. And the guy is now a zombie.
I just want to say, when it comes time for me to play Everhood, Joe, this is not a good signifier for how well I'll be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that. Oh well, David, you'll have to deal with it.
No, I don't.
Said it on screen.
I don't quite remember that thing you were discussing there, Joe. Like that, like he's a zombie and everything.
Weird. I mean, it's super weird because what made it like a comedy on the RM scene is because like I think one of the girls actually likes him, and the others are the tease. But I think he gets slashed by everyone. So basically, he lives, and he's basically a servant to these girls that are just stronger than him, or he simply doesn't have the spine to say anything to them. So it's that like goddess of death that has literally resurrected him as a zombie. It's a
Damn it.
magical girl that uses a chainsaw,
No, I've definitely
and
never seen this.
two vampire ninjas.
I
Now,
guess I saw Inspector. Have you?
oh yes, but
Because
let me just finish the part
no,
that
I know. But so when you
made
said
everyone.
magical girl who used a chain, something about the magical girl that used a flamethrower. But go on, finish your anime synopsis there.
Have, okay, have you ever seen an image that is basically like a skinny guy using using like a pink what's oh what's the what's the name now of those like the Sailor Moon types, magical girls. It's literally a skinny guy wearing a pink magical girl outfit with a chainsaw. Like, that's why this anime actually started trending, David.
It reminds me, there's an anime where it's just like this not an anime, but it's a manga I saw that I actually kind of liked because of how silly it was. Where it was just this like completely ripped bodybuilder man, transforming into a magical girl. But like he was still a giant ripped bodybuilder man. It's just that he just like got a sailor costume and got magic powers, and the enemies were like, "Oh God!" Because instead of just being beat up by like a super strong girl, they're being beat up by a already strong man who is now imbued with magic powers, and he's acting like he does the stupid like kawaii poses and everything.
That's great. That actually reminded me, and while it's not like the guy's super muscular, but there's a manga I'm reading that's about, it's called Mashed, and the main character is called Mash. And
That
basically he lives in
sounds
a world,
familiar.
yeah, he lives in the world where magic dominates the people, but he doesn't have any magic capabilities. But when like his surrogate father, like when his the person who adopted him gets harassed by mages, he uses the power of muscles to blow them away, and now he is currently in a magic school. Total like he's doing like they play something that's akin to Harry Potter's Snitch game. You know what that is, correct?
Yeah, the with the golden snow. It's called Quidditch.
Yeah, Quidditch. I always forget. Not a big Harry Potter fan,
All
I'll
right,
be
fuck
honest.
whatever anime we're talking about. We're talking about Harry Potter now.
No, but continuing, they have a sport that is like Quidditch. So the guy, what he basically does, he puts the broom between his legs, and when someone throws the ball, he just jumps at the ball against their goal and scores. And then basically his magic, David, he just either he moves fast enough that it looks like he's teleporting.
Oh my god, this is great.
What?
You at the end you get your shot of your house with all the girls just bopping around.
Oh, David, I'm seeing like here a list of harem animes, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen most of these. Let me see something in the more occult. Oh, let's since you're playing that game, David, let us not forget that there is that one anime called God Only God Knows. Do you remember that one?
Again, I haven't seen it. However, I have. Sorry, I just realized there are police outside of my house. In the game. Again, I like the intro. I've listened to that a bunch, but I've read the synopsis. It was just, look, Joe. I've seen a lot of anime and other things. I'm like, they're on my list, and part like, let me look at my list real fast. I still have to watch Cowboy Bebop and Outlaw Star, for example, and. Joe, I said I was going to start watching Outlaw Star like 2 years ago. It's just other things come up.
Yeah, I understand. No, but yeah, like the only God knows is something I've like seen the first season of, and I'm like, I think this is enough. Like this was a time, David, where my computer wasn't good. Like I only had a PS 3. I didn't get out of the house a lot, and my computer could not run like games correctly. So I just watched anime to an absurdist extreme. So like trashy anime from like 2015 and a bit back, I saw most of that.
Oh, hey guy. Yeah, if I'm going through the dialogue too fast for you, I mean, it'll be on YouTube and you could stop it shot by shot. But also, it's a free game by Van Ripper called Helltaker. You can, yeah, it was fun for me to play, and I was trying to think about anime at the same time. That's why I was so bad, and not because I suck. But go on, Joe.
It's mostly because you suck.
Yeah. Goddamn, I'm since I've stopped to look at the comment, I'm looking. Damn it! I'm looking at all the. I don't think I like harem anime, Joe. All the anime I'm looking at that I've watched are just like action things, like Mob Psycho.
I mean, that's fair. Most of the harem anime I also watch is also action. It just because the problem with most of the harem anime, David, that I watched is I clicked on fantasy and I saw most of what was there. So so that's basically how I got lost in the world.
Jesus Christ, Van, calm down, Van.
That was like 2 years of my life I'm never getting back.
Oh no, the police are girls too. My power is unstoppable.
Oh god,
Oh, okay, I see.
How about...
No, I don't see the police. Oh wait, did I? No, I don't. Okay, for a second I was checking to see if I somehow got the police officer into the harem too.
David, stop. That's illegal.
Horrible story about horrible people.
Fair.
Well, before we end, I think there's some more achievements. Oh wait, is there anything else you desire? Yeah, hold on.
Watch out.
Let me check Steam real fast. I know there's like 8 achievements to this game, and I've gotten 6 of them. So... Abyss Taker. Okay, I think I've got to, I kind of remember at like level 3 there was a funny looking rock, or level 5 or something. Let me just go to this real fast. Did I get this? No, there's nothing funny here. Triple Demon. No. I'm curious if dying to all of them is a puzzle, as a achievement.
Oh no. Oh.
Okay, I got that. Yeah, so there's a funny rock there, Joe. So. Yeah, I think the rock, because I remember getting that thing. And there's a rock up there, so I think I have to get those. So if I do... Let's see. I think I have to... Oh shit, yeah.
Tony, não, Tony, eu liguei à mãe. Eu falei com a mãe depois de ter dado, depois de ter tido a carga de água às 5 horas. E a mãe disse para não estender e levar. Ok?
Okay, I think I joke.
A seguir pode.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the
Yeah,
Sorry.
a seguir posso ver se chove amanhã. Se não chover amanhã, agora posso estender. Então é por isso que a mãe estava a dizer que queria.
Damn it. So yeah, there's a thing there.
Tony, o que é que eu faço? Mas eu sabia lá se ia começar a chover ou não, e a mãe disse para eu não estender. Não, eu sei, mas é por isso que eu estava a dizer que eu já tinha falado com a mãe.
Uma atitude de não estar à espera de fazer acontecer, percebes?
Eu não fiz à espera, eu fiz as coisas todas e depois teve a chover a maior parte da tarde. Agora acabou de chover, mas pode começar a chover outra vez.
Damn it, that's not what I'm trying to do. Let's see. Let's use brain.
Be right back.
It's fine, I'm just trying to solve a puzzle at this point. Okay.
Olá, mãe.
Okay, now I have to get that thing. So if I remember correctly, it's just... Oops, no, it's...
Okay, I'm back.
How am I doing? Boop.
Assim não começa outro. Que é bem possível começarmos.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
E o Liber Buster do League of Legends é mesmo não esqueças.
You alright there, Joe?
Se começas a fazer repetido, começa a ser 10, depois 20 minutos antes de cada partida, tens de esperar. Mas não é coisa aqui, é que é por todos os jogos a partir daí. Sim, durante certos dias é para todos os jogos, é tipo uns X jogos, demoras 10 minutos até poderes entrar naquilo.
Yeah.
I was just explaining how tough the Lever Buster in League of Legends is for my brother.
I assume his connection walloped him as well.
No, his connection is good. It's just I was telling him to not start a new game now, because in a bit we're probably going to have dinner. So he would need to become AFK. The game would probably punish him for it, since you know League's community.
Thanks for the tip, random commenter.
Well, you'd know his name as you're playing if you install your second screen.
I mean, I know his name, but I've never seen him, and it's not like it's Pedro or Dusty. He'll get his name if he keeps showing up for streams.
My God.
He just told me how to get an achievement, that's all. Yeah, that was
So
a
you have
waste.
7 out of the 8 achievements now?
Yeah. Let's see. Kind of want to see what happens if you do this now, though. Okay.
E?
What?
E.
E? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I just... Like... I've been carrying this conversation for a while.
Okay, well, since you're back, I was looking at animes that I've watched for sure, Z's.
Oh, for sure.
Did you see the anime about the compulsive gambling dude? Yeah, Kaji, the Ultimate Survivor.
I know of it. I've never seen it.
Okay.
Like I know of it. Like I've seen some clips, even some you've sent me.
I just keep doing the
but
same
I've never
thing.
seen that.
Okay. We've both seen, it's not called Bokuruo, is it? What's the fucking anime where it's the samurai's trying to get his parts back?
Oh, god damn it. Why must you do this to me?
Again, these aren't harem animes. I guess I saw a ton of harem animes when I was little.
Like, me too, we just don't remember them because they're not that memorable.
Yeah, they're garbage. I've seen Chobits. Have you seen Chobits?
A long time ago, yes.
Do you remember anything about Chobits?
I remember it's about cyborg girls.
It's not even that. I think she was just a full-ass robot. And what's great is if I kind of recall the scene where, like, some people were talking about, like, the reason the robots, we can't fall in love with robots, blah blah. And then it showed a future where nobody leaves their houses. It was like that fucking Futurama thing, where just because, like, robosexuality kills the human race. But it was literally just that everybody didn't fall in love with a human because the robots are so much more desirable a partner, and the human race died off.
That's great, because that's realistic as hell.
But that's the thing, like, the antagonists were like, that's why we have to stop this, and they're like, no, I love her, and they're like, ah, and then they fall in love anyways, and, like, all the side characters who had, like, little robot side girls were like, I love you too. It was the most stupid thing. Like, it's basically, I mean, I guess if looking back on it, if it was trying to say something like the condemnation of your own life for love is blah blah, but, like, there really is something to be said about the preservation of the human race, you know?
You think? No, this is the thing. I watched it when I was like 13, so I would never have noticed. Just a second.
Yeah, okay, I just keep doing the same moves over and over. I gotta think this through.
Não sei, mas achas que eu acabei de chegar?
There's more than one high school DxD? That's awful.
Oh yeah, there's 3 seasons of it.
That's awful.
It is. I
Okay.
like that you literally ignored me when I said, like, yeah, that guy, I think he dies in season 2.
No, I mean, like, I would expect it to be like High School DxD Season 2, not like there's High School DxD New, and High School DxD Born with a capital N at the end of it.
There's also the X School D&D Hero. There's 4 of them.
You just said there's 3 of them.
I was wrong, because I remember the 4th one.
I don't know, I'm looking over this list of animes, trying to remember some stuff, and, like, I do remember some things, but I intentionally forgot them because they're garbage. Like, do you remember Nisekoi, Joe?
Yes, I do, because
That-
I read the...
That
I
one
mean-
gets really stupid, dude.
It does, and, oh well.
I think part of the
It's-
problem was, because as I recall, like he had a childhood friend who he actually loves over everyone, but then at some point, like all the girls share the same fucking flashback.
Yeah, it's weird. Like there's like 3 people that have that are like, was she the one that had the pendant? And the whole story is about it.
And I guess, again, children memory not good, but like, you'd think they'd be able to just discuss and solve that real fast. There was Rosario Vampire. Do you remember that one, Joe?
I do. I actually saw both seasons, and that was one of the better ones.
Was there 2 seasons? What does season 2 end on?
2. There were 2 seasons, and I saw 2 of them. So.
Alright, that's why that doesn't work. There were 2 seasons, and you saw 2 of them. This bit at the end of the stream is just us going, yes, I remember anime. What a good woman she was.
No, it's the reason I like Rosario Vampire. It's more because the main guy really did know like who he loved, and it didn't change till the end.
I just keep doing some things.
They're all weird, David.
Okay, but the thing is, like, I actually remember Rosario enough for me to not go into Monster Musume. But I actually remember Rosario enough for me to kind of...
Okay.
I kind of remember... Okay, so the pink-haired girl is the vampire. And I know the purple girl is, like, a snow witch.
The little girl is an actual witch. Really just a spellcaster, really.
Yeah, and she's like bullied because people think she's a human, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is the regular human there?
Oh, the blue-haired one?
Is he blue-haired?
I mean, there's 2. One that's just a teacher that's also a witch. And there's another one that's just a succulent.
No, shut up. Is the main character a yokai?
No.
I'm asking, how did he get into this predicament?
Oh, I remember that.
Because right now
I'm to the wrong school.
How the fuck does that happen? Like, how do they go? Oh, he's applying here by accident. Like, you think it would have like what is your race section, and people would put down like Asian. But they would be like werewolf, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was like a misfiling or some sort.
But how did... Like, I understand it's a joke, but I'm trying to, like, think of it logically, like, if that means the school is part of the Japanese government. You know what I mean?
Technically, yes.
Okay, so it was a misfiling. I know, doesn't he, like, end up becoming a vampire lord or something silly?
I think so, because she gave him blood in X episode that I don't remember which it is, because he was... I think it's something of the sort, like that.
I think, was season 2 the part where they fight, like, the student council, and the guy's like, I'm not a human, I'm a dragon. And then the guy's like, I'm a ghoul, and he's like, oh, fuck.
Probably. That.
Oh,
like,
damn it! I actually did it right that time, and I fucked up.
Like, David, that might fully be the full plot of it. But for the life of me, I can't actually remember. Like, I remember there being, like, a lot of Eastern monsters and Western monsters combined there. But, like, this was something I saw,
I guess not.
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
So,
I think
I was like 12.
Dude, yeah, no, you know what's worse is I vividly remember the opening scene because it was like in the watch queue of the family Netflix, and then like Netflix was on the fritz, and then they tried to like, oh, let's see if we fixed it, and then they went straight to the last anime watched and went to the first episode, And then I just remember he got hit by the bike of the girl with the bike, and then just the fucking gratuitous panty shot flying through the air. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
And I was like, guys, we don't have to. I mean, it's not all about that. I watch it for the plot. Which, I mean, granted I did, because I'm a spastic little, like, anime.
I mean, that's the thing. The plot wasn't too bad.
I don't know, looking back on it, again, that's the thing, like, I'm very harsh on anime. Because, like, I guess at the time it's not bad. Like, what is it? The anime
No,
about
because-
the witch girl, for example, where she, like, summons a familiar and it's just a dude. Like,
Yeah, that's another one that's Zero no Tsukaima. I remember that one.
yeah, that's
That
what I'm
one
saying,
has 4
like,
seasons.
for the time it was, like, 2005 or something, and, like, I'm sure it's really good, but looking back on it, it's a really generic anime. I can't believe it's famous, you know what I mean?
I mean, the thing is, it's a thing that got 4 seasons, so it already gets famous for that.
Jeez.
But it's also the point that at that point it was more new.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, is, like, at a certain point, you have, like, I guess, I just expect, for how much anime is churned out, because, like, when you look at mangaka artists, like, earlier I was complaining to people, like, I'm surprised there are so many isekis, where, what was the I'm the 8th Son iseki? And, like, so far, from what I've seen and read and stuff, it takes, like, he just died of stress. I thought that was funny, because I was expecting a Truck-kun thing where he just died to something. But no, he just dies of natural complication, so yay. I liked that
Actually,
part. What?
There's one that's coming on that's about a guy doing a pharmacy in another world that I also read the manga of. The guy dies from overwork.
Okay. Still, I like that more than, like, Truck-kun comes out of nowhere. Just because Truck-kun's been done so much, it's become a trope. Not that tropes are bad,
Yeah.
but when I see, like, all these stories built on nothing but tropes, it becomes meh. Like I was saying, like, he's a Seki'd, but it doesn't add anything to the story, save for the fact that he can read and his father can't, which, like, leads off the story. But after that, it's nothing but jokes about him wanting Japanese food. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The most of the thing I don't like is that there's a lot of development like of characters that appears like in the manga is just like I would say yeah. Oh, it's Pedro.
Yeah.
I would say in the manga it's done better, David, but in the anime it's just not done. Like they actually don't do it. They actually skip that part of the manga.
Okay, let me tell Pedro first, because I think this game deserves the credit. Joe, this is Helltaker by Van Ripper. It's a puzzle game where you collect demon waifus. It's free. You can go get it. Or you can drop $10 on it and get a pancake recipe. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, that 8th Son anime. Like, the Iseki part could just be... The fact he could read could just have been explained a bunch of different ways other than he got Iseki'd and it's really convenient that everything is still in Japanese. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I think the better Isekis are things like... There's some Iseki about, an exterminator from Japan died. So he got sent to, like, a video game crapsack world. But because he just kept making, like, poisons and stuff, like, he made rat food poison and put it around the forest. And he became super OP because he just killed everything in the forest.
He became like level 42 and the hero was like level 50 when he defeated Demon Lord, some shit like that.
Yeah, and it was just like, while you get, like, the dumb jokes about another OP protagonist, he doesn't really... It just becomes jokes at that point, because he's just supposed to say he's unstoppable. He keeps being an exterminator, and that's what I think's better about that, because he sticks to what he knows. And it just it becomes more of a slice of life thing, where he uses his otherworldly knowledge to keep making different poisons, while it's just like, you do this to make this type of point. Like, those are the more fun Isekai animes, I think.
Yeah, because it really goes more like the...
it goes more the route that how to say this, that Goblin Slayer goes about fighting things, which is just traps and stuff of the sort. But it makes
Makes. Joe? Hello? Me. Alright guys, I think Joe is dead. Sorry. I'll disconnect and reconnect. Hello, Joe? Joe, I think you have to disconnect and reconnect. Yeah, poor dead Joe. So anyways, I was trying to solve this puzzle because I'm trying to get the I guess they're called inscriptions.
hey.
Oh, welcome back, Joe.
Okay. No, for some reason it timed out for me.
Timed out.
I don't know what happened. But like the Eighth Sun had some more potential, but yeah, it's kind of meh. Like, the thing is, I say that a lot of them are kind of meh, but I still watch them because I just like fantasy anime, and they just keep making isekais. So I'm like, I guess this is what I get. For example, do you remember the one called Death March?
No.
It's about basically a programmer that also died from overwork, and the main part of the story that really matters is that he basically is isekai to the world he himself built, and gets and the world supposedly is a thing more like Civ, or no, more like Total War. So the starter abilities that he gets is the one that he can make a whole map, and then another one that's for helping new players is he can basically deploy a meteor field that does max damage on the field. So at the start of everything, he basically kills a lot of things by accidentally spamming that spell. And then he becomes so high level most things can actually face him right now, but he basically lives as a merchant. And the story is basically him going out with the mostly stray girls he picks up on around, and just live as a merchant.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do. Oh, do I have to read them?
You don't read.
Sorry, they're like, so these inscription things apparently at the bottom give me a combo I'm supposed to do on the carpet. And it'll give me the last thing I need. Yes, Joe revived Pedro, and Joe talked about an anime that I was in full conscience ignoring. But also... Sorry, Joe.
No, don't worry, you do that a lot. No, it's more. It had lots of them have potential, but just really fall on some tropes that are not
Oh,
the best.
there we go. Joe, I can finally recruit Beelzebub, the greatest husbando.
I sincerely don't care.
I'm the king of hell, apparently.
Congrats.
Hey, is this a one-way banishment portal? Fuck.
What?
Most dangerous kind of demon forever sealed inside the abyss. Beelzebub was trying to fuck with us, apparently.
Okay.
So because I have all these waifus, Beelzebub can't trick me.
That makes sense, of course.
That's the power of waifus.
Sure. Why not?
Fuck it, I'll go in. Might as well. You find yourself surrounded by the void. Shades of darkness you never knew existed. You feel them rather than see them. Sight is no longer a concept. Then you are suddenly sick, with every illness known
Now,
to man.
David,
Aye.
if you have all these waifus for him not to trick him, why are you still being tricked?
Because you can't trick me if I voluntarily enter the void. Because I want to see what happens. To be fair, I mean, in like the little epilogue credits, it was talking about like how your life sucks, but like that's life for you. You might as well enjoy it. He had like a fucking dagger in his back. Like once you waifu like demons, like I'm sure a fucking eternal torment's not really a problem. Death is no longer a concept either. You hear the buzzing. Thousands of flies swarm around you. Then a cloying wave hits you. The sweet smell is overwhelming, unbearable. Yet over the years to come, you'll learn to love it. What is it now? Wait, what? You? How did you... I simply can't believe you just did that. Wait.
Suck.
Since we find ourselves stuck here for the foreseeable future, I think a proper introduction should be made. I have many names. The Sovereign of Pestilence, the Warden of Decay, the Mistress of Flies. Oh no, it's a waifu. Beelzebub's a master of flies. Oh no, it's a waifu.
What were you expecting?
I mean, he had that awesome form before. Oh, that reminds me. You know how there are all those fucking... You know, by the way, Van Ripper, great design work on the, like, clothing and stuff. Like, the little fly motifs for her brooches and stuff, meh to me. The fact that her undercoat are the designs of a fly wing, that I like. But, what was I going on about? Yeah, you know how they have, like, all those animes where, like, there are beast men and women, but, like, the beast women are just, like, hot ladies with ears and tails, and the beast men are just giant furry werewolves?
Yes. We've talked about the exact anime that's exactly about that.
Oh,
What's your point?
Pedro's asking what's the name of the series you're talking about related to poison. It's just the Exterminator manga as far as I'm aware. Like, I stopped reading it a while ago. Exterminator manga.
Isekai. Put
Isekai.
Exterminator Isekai and you'll find it. It's fun. Because Pedro also watches a lot of Isekai manga and stuff.
It's apparently called Exterminator.
Yeah, that tracks.
Probably why I was referring to him as such. Jesus Christ. I just really appreciate the animations here. A fucking Beelzebub babe here just fucking sweating profusely because she's talking to someone. You brought something with you. If you knew you could do that, I'd ask for some sweets. Demons love sugar. Chocolate pancakes or chocolate pancakes were my options. Whoa. What was that, Joe? Someone else?
I just changed my computer.
Ah. All right. Well, that's all the achievements in Helltaker for me, and what was that, like a solid hour and a half of us talking about manga and anime when we were supposed to be talking about waifus. But here's the thing, guys. Waifus suck. They're not real.